Welcome to the Jamaican Investor. I'm your host, Rain, and thank you for tuning in to another video. Before we get into things, remember none of the information in this video should be taken as financial advice and is for information and entertainment purposes only. Please consult a licensed financial advisor before making any decisions on how to manage your money. Also, if you enjoy our content, leave a like and subscribe as it greatly helps the channel, and turn on post notifications to be notified the next time we post a video. We all want to invest, but oftentimes we find ourselves strapped for cash or having no disposable income to make any compromise in our already crowded spending regime. Furthermore, we always attribute this to having too many bills to pay, mouths to feed, and responsibilities to cater to. In addition to worsen an already dire situation, many of us find ourselves making a less than desirable salary, which we have to dedicate many of our hours to generate, which restricts us from using our time for more productive and profitable means of earning income, such as a side hustle or business, as this requires lots of time, which often will go unrewarded in the short to medium term. What that means is that we can't afford to sacrifice certainty for uncertainty, as most of us live our lives paycheck to paycheck. So basically, you're stuck. You have too many liabilities, not enough assets, you're strapped for capital, and your time is limited and you can't afford to seek other alternatives elsewhere. So what can you do? How can you alleviate the pressure or escape from this mess? And how exactly do you start investing your hard-earned money into the stock market or any productive asset at that, if you can't even pay the bills or keep a roof over your head? Well, the answer is actually a lot simpler than you think. You need a budget. Now, a budget may not sound like a revolutionary solution. As a matter of fact, you may have just laughed thinking my solution was going to be the best thing since sliced bread, and I have to admit it's a bit lackluster. However, ask yourself this: do you know where your money goes when you get paid? Do you know the exact amount that goes to each bill? The exact amount you spend on food, transportation, or housing? The portion of money wasted on things you don't need? Or even the exact amount of money you need to get by each month? Well, for many of us, we have absolutely no idea. We could probably estimate or throw out a bunch of random figures we remember, but the fact of the matter remains, we are not certain. This is a problem, as no general has ever won a war without planning, and if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that is what your budget does for your money. It forms a plan. It's a strategy, a formation, and a guideline as to how your money will combat our common enemy, poverty. You see, a budget gives you the ability to assess your wants and needs, as well as figure out and track where your money goes and how it needs to be allocated. Furthermore, it is through a budget that you'll be able to maximize your money's ability and gain the disposable income you need to invest. Simply put, a budget is a plan for how you'll spend your money. Oftentimes, we find ourselves running out of money because we waste it on things we don't need, or we pay more than we should for certain needs or wants we could have gotten much cheaper elsewhere. Basically, a budget will reduce or remove wastage from your spending. Budgeting then also gives us the option to eliminate unnecessary expenses and also reduce costs on those expenses we can't completely eliminate from our budget. This will then open up much needed capital and disposable income to distribute among different areas that may be lacking in our budget, such as increasing the amount we invest, setting aside funds for an emergency fund, and purchasing much needed services and products that can improve our quality of life, save us even more money, and or make us money, like getting life and health insurance, starting up a business, or purchasing tools for your side hustle. A budget doesn't have to be a complicated thing either, and for the most part you can just write it down in a book or on a piece of paper, and as long as it tracks your income and expenditures, it's essentially a budget. With technology too, it has become easier than ever to budget, as there are many free budgeting apps softwares, and websites that can track everything, with some even providing the option to sync with your accounts and will do the work for you. Now, the issue many people have with a budget, and the most common misconception, is that it restricts and limits your spending and will take away your freedom. This to me is an incorrect and inappropriate way of viewing budgeting. If anything, a budget doesn't restrict you, but frees you from the money shredder that is impulse spending, unnecessary expenditure, and money squandering. In my opinion, a budget will give you more money to spend, not less. The only difference is now the money is going to where you need it to and not where you want it to or think it should go. Your budget will paint a clear picture and path to your success and will enable you to reap the fruits from your income. In conclusion, a budget is an absolute necessity in the lineup of tools that will guide you to your financial freedom and will lay a blueprint for the great things to come for you and your money. Once more, thank you so much for sticking around until the end of the video, and I hope this information was useful to you. If you enjoyed our content, leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Also, check us out on our various other social media platforms, which will be linked below. Again, my name was Arain. Stay financially conscious, investors. Goodbye.